I don't want you to have anyone. And if you don't want me, there's something wrong with them, right? Maybe I got problems that I don't tell anyone. Have I lost my perception? Feel like I wanna do something wrong now. Packing all your belongings. Say you wanna take some time, but if you say we'll meet again, why'd you have to take everything now? Baby, are you lying? Have you met someone? Tell me now. I better start crying, make them feel bad before we leave town. 10, 9, counting down, putting on a smile. 8, 7, 6, 5. You say goodbye, lock the door for 3, 2, 1, and then I lose it. I'm delusional, delusional, you say, and then I lose it. I'm delusional, delusional, you say. Why hasn't he called me back? It's been 3 days. Stalking his Instagram, saying he's in a phase. So now you're telling everyone that we're drifting apart. Now I know that it was you who made me feel so messed up. Hanging out with new females, cute, but are they even real, man? Jealousy, I think it's jealousy, but hell with it, still like a melody. Or maybe I got problems that I don't tell anyone. Have I lost my perception? Feel like I wanna do something wrong now. 10, 9, counting down, putting on a smile. 8, 7, 6, 5. You say goodbye, lock the door for 3, 2, 1, and then I lose it. I'm delusional, delusional, you say, and then I lose it. Yeah, I'm delusional, delusional, you say, and then I lose it. I'm delusional, delusional, you say, and then I lose it.
Testing. Testing. Oh man. What's up everybody who've joined me today? And it's at this late time in the afternoon. So today I actually went back and saw Joe's little video he made, and I found it totally hilarious because he made a list, folks, a list of I guess a hit list or something, or a list of things and people he plans to attack over the next couple of months. I mean, that's what it looked like to me. And what I decided to do is show you guys my own personal list of I'll go through this list. I don't know how long it'll take me to go through this list, but I'm going to go through my own personal list of things I've done to stop Truebones in his, to curtail Truebones in his dying scams. And it is dying scam because it seems to me that I'm going back and looking at the stuff that he has on his Truebones site. And it seems that he's constantly trying to find stuff to sell. He's constantly stealing stuff and taking the stuff he had already and reissuing it under different names. And where's my notepad at? Microsoft Messenger. Hold on, I'm looking for a notepad. Because Joe uses his notepad. I want to use mine. So let me go over X. Oh, here it is. Notepad.
All right. I'll open Notepad.
Ah, thank you. All right, so let me get rid of this. Let me get rid of this thing. Nope, no, that's the main screen. Okay, so this has been going on since what? This whole crap with him been going on since like the end of 16 and 20. Actually, it's been going on since I went back and I looked. It's been going on since the end of 2016. I mean, around September 2016, end of 2017, all the way into, all the way, basically, it kind of like stopped in 2018, and definitely came to an end in December 2019. So all this stuff, basically, all the stuff that I basically did to curtail him and stop him from peddling his garbage has worked. Okay, one of the things we're gonna start off with the number one thing I did. Well, actually, first, folks, I think what I need to do is dot. Actually, I don't need that. I need that. Let's put this dot here. Okay, so I think one of the first things I have to do is actually go over to his video that he made, where I mean, I kind of see why he was saying the stuff he said. So we're gonna go over to Twitch and actually look at his video. I do believe it was this one.
We under the judge it.
Oh, here it is.
Yeah, I can almost remember all.
So here's his hit list of people he plans to take revenge on. I think that's what his list was about. I did too much. I just took a picture of this and passed it off to my lawyer. And the fake lawyer that Joe, under his fake name, Mr. Fister Gloves, said, "Did you get your fake lawyer?" Like, no, Joe, stop playing. You know that lawyer's real. You called her, remember? But anyway, folks. Yeah, so he made this little hit list. Walter I. Malone. I don't even know why he's putting himself on here. You know, he put himself on here. They know. Real Illusion knows. Real Illusion spilled the beans on this guy a long time ago, letting them know that we know you're Walter I. Malone. Because, like I said, before people start using VPNs, before this idiot was aware of VPNs and Opera operating system, he was logging in. He would log out as McPeak or whoever character he was for the day over there, and then come back and post shit under the Walter I. Malone. Then he would approach other iClone users and say, "Hey, can I put this on my website?" And then they're like, "Oh yeah, go ahead." Well, I mean, I did it too. Me and a whole bunch of other people did it too. And then he started putting the shit up there. And he was just basically doing it to use it as a way to let people know, like, yeah, they're using Truebones. And it was his site. He made that site. He made it. I mean, he made the Walter I. Malone. So when it all came down to it, Walter I. Malone was dispatched by Joe, because Joe wrote him a stern letter saying, "Hey, take this stuff down and don't do this no more." And that forced him to write an apology letter so Joe can get back into the forum board, and his reputation would be saved. But it was just something that was orchestrated by this sorry over planning, creative, super under creative, non-creative man here. I mean, it was a scheme that he made so he could pretend that he was doing something for the good of. I know I had it. Oh, there it is. I'm looking for my drink. Soda. I drink soda. Mountain Dew, matter of fact. Oh. Oh, that's hit the spot. So, where was I? So, so he did all this trickery with playing around with the forum boards. I mean, he's done this for years, folks. He's a professional at being a troll. So he comes in during the contest that I'm in. I get to that too, because I now know that was him who was stalking, harassing me back then. So he puts up this big, huge farce, like he done something. Then he comes and begs Peter, "Let me back in, Peter. Let me back in." You know. And then he comes over to me. Now this is back in 2016, before all this shit popped off. He comes at me in 2016, and I mean, he already approached me. You know, it wasn't. I mean, then I came back and approached him later about getting some Star Wars stuff from him, because I thought he was legit. I mean, everybody thought he was legit. You know, everybody thought Joe was legit. You know, until you found out about him, and then you know, and I was actually buying stuff from him too. And then I found out that, you know, the stuff he was selling me, everything that I bought from him was just stolen garbage out of games. And I'm like, I can't use this stuff. I said, I can't use this stuff. You know, and I'm like, and I knew someone was suspicious when he had like Mixamo stuff, Mixamo animations and content. And he was advertising it, like, come over here and get it from us and not from them and all that other shit. Because this is 2016 and he was busted in 2013, so he had it in for Mixamo, as to speak, as to go over there, steal all the stuff, and post it up on this little crappy website saying, "Oh, we do better stuff over here. All you gotta do is come over here and buy from Truebones, and Mixamo stuff doesn't work." Well, as you can see, folks, every time I go to Mixamo and pull it into 3D Exchange, it automatically retargets itself, it's ready to go. So all that stuff about it doesn't work as well, it's just a whole hocus pocus fiction that he makes up, you know, and he does. That's what he does. You know, he makes this shit up. You know, so so he goes over and makes a list. So we're gonna make our own little list, folks. I'll make my list, and I'm definitely gonna put this somewhere where everybody can see. So this is a list of things that we stopped Truebones from doing, and we're gonna go all the way back to Sketchfab, where we got him banned. All right. So this is what happened. So everybody knows the story. I've told the story many times. So this is what happened. I confronted Joe in the Mixamo forum boards. All right, I confronted him. Joe went ballistic, made like 5 or 6 videos just totally on me. Then after he did that, he found the picture. He found the picture of my dad and posted it up and decided he was going. You know, first he doxed me first. So first he put my personal information of where I was living at the time of that video, and then after that, I was living there, but my father and my great aunt was living at that address. They've long gone moved from there. That's been years ago, and I consider them safe now. But yeah, he put the address up there and doxed me. And then after that, he had put a picture of my dad up there. He found my dad's mugshot and put that up there. I don't know what that has to do with me telling him that, you know, you're not supposed to take stuff and sell it if it belongs to somebody else. I don't know what my dad's picture or what him showing people that I've actually paid money and bought stuff from him for stolen stuff. All that proves is that, you know, I bought something from him and he gave me stolen stuff in return. That's all he just proved. And then he goes after my father. All right. So I make a video called "The Defamation of My Father" by Truebones, and I went in on it. And I talked about Joe. Ever since I made that video, Joe's been trying to take it down. He's been putting complaints and all type of shit on that. But obviously, somebody at YouTube actually must have saw the video and saw that, you know, this guy is actually talking about this guy doing this to his dad on YouTube and how rotten and nasty he's person. So that video got a response from a couple of people, and that video posed people to go over to actual Joe's channel and tell him to take the garbage down. So it was a lot of people, and Joe. I mean, you just saw Joe was laughing at it. I mean, he was just laughing. I mean, he had a good time. And then I guess somebody took it down. It got taken down. You know, eventually. So the next thing I know is that somebody had contacted me and said, "Hey, check this video out." So okay, so I went and checked out the video, and it was about Joe's big scam on Sketchfab, and that video opened up a can of worms for Joe, because Joe was still on Sketchfab, right? When he was doing all this stuff, and he was king of the world and all this stuff, Joe made up this account called Make-A-Mo. Now, Make-A-Mo was basically all the stuff he stole from Mix-A-Mo, but being sold by Joe, right? Joe stole their stuff, and he's got these packs of animation full of Mix-A-Mo stuff over there, and he's selling it. He sold it through Sketchfab, and at the time you couldn't sell this stuff through Sketchfab. You couldn't. He had PayPal links on it and everything, and somebody made a video about it. Somebody made a video of going to buy it from Joe, and what Joe's response was when he asked some simple questions is like, "Are these the same motions as Mix-A-Mo?" And Joe clearly says, "Yes, they are. They are the same motions, but they don't work as good as ours do." "Oh, really? What's the difference?" "Well, we have our motions to work with any program, 3D program, blah, blah, this, blah, blah, this." And it was just, he was just lying. He was just lying, you know. You go to Mix-A-Mo, and you got the back in the day, before they changed everything in Mix-A-Mo, you could download a BBH, what's the other one? The other format that nobody else is used now. Call data files, so you can download FBX, and it was one other, I forgot what it was, but you know, it was a big battle back then, back like 2013, 15. I mean, I think it all resolved in 2016, 2017, going into 2018. When a lot of companies stopped using the other format. Basically, a lot of people stopped using the other formats because FBX seems to be more superior. And the reason why FBX became more superior is because A, it brings over the animation one-to-one, it brings over your mesh, and it brings over any other data that's attached to the file. Like what you got from, I think it's like voices or animation full of morphs and stuff. It brings over all that stuff, you know. That's why FBX files are so good, you know. You get the model, the animation, morphs, you get everything that's on that model comes with that file, you know. That's the best thing about the film box. It's called film box. That's why it's called FBX. FBX translates to film box. Okay, so people are starting to stop using like the BVH and stuff like that because it's just old stuff. It's just old, you know. People are starting to go to the newer stuff, FBX. Autodesk like standard, and that's what FBX is, the new standard, you know. It's been years since I've used the BVH file. Only time I use a BVH file is when I go through my old collection of animations. When I go back to my old collection of animations back from like 2000s, 2005, 7, and 6, with all the animation I bought back then. I'll go through those files. A lot of them are in BVH file, because I used Poser at the time. So I go through those files, and I take those files into I bring those files over to Motion Builder, and I take them and I clean them up, and then I turn them into FBX and put them on a character, and that's about it. But besides the point. So Joe's lying to the guy about the BVH and the FBX format. He's just lying, just flat out lying to the guy. Joe say you give him $50 and he'll give you all the these Mix-A-Mo file, the Sword and Shield, whatever it was. So so Joe got busted. I mean, the guy busted Joe. He busted Joe trying to con somebody and give him money. You know, he was just straight up lying. You know, and that was the biggest thing that video did. Now, what happened next was that I had emailed Bart and sent him an email, not only about the Make-A-Mo account, but also the account that he had on there, his Truebones account, and letting him know that he didn't make a model on there. And I gave him a link to every model that Joe has up there that he claimed he did. And I gave him a link to all the animations of like the Mixamo stuff. I was like, look at this. And then I gave him a link to the video. The video is really damning because in real time, this guy was showing us that Joe was taking stuff from Mixamo and selling it under the name Makemo. And I understand if you're going to steal from somebody, why would you surname yourself after them? But I don't get it. But Joe was trying to kick him in the shins, show him that you can't mess with Joe because Joe will come back and rob you. I mean, that's basically what that was about. Joe said, if you mess with me, I'm going to rob you. Because in 2013, the CEO came out to Joe and told Joe in a forum board, it's like, no, you're not supposed to take our stuff and package it with your shit. Please stop it, you know. And Joe got angry. And that anger turned into Joe just going back and robbing him. And then making the Makemo site. So this is what happened next. They took down Makemo first. Right? It took down Makemo, and then Joe did this whole post in the Sketchfab forum where he went to Bart and told Bart that we were attacking him. We got he got a Makemo account, took him down, blah, 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 wah, wah, wah. And then Bart just basically said, they are correct. You cannot post stuff up here that you did not make or you do not have the rights to. You can even sell your stuff up in here. And he goes, but Bart, it's all. And he said, I remember him saying directly in that email, but Bart, it's about ownership. And then Bart's like, yeah, Mixamo owns the rights to their content. They're one of our partners, and we don't want you doing this behind our backs with our partners. So we took the thing down because we confirmed everything you had over there on your Makemo account was all content stolen from Mixamo. So Joe keeps on going on. I've actually read that thing a couple times. I'm gonna find a good one that I read. I'm gonna bring it over to this channel so y'all can actually see what I'm talking about because it's hilarious. So I guess the number 2 thing was the take down of Makemo. Actually, we're gonna change this to the takedown to the epic takedown of Makemo. So after they took down Makemo, the other Truebones store, the Truebones store itself, or I call it wasn't a store at the time because you're not supposed to be selling stuff on Mixamo. It's a portfolio site. So the second epic takedown was Joe's Truebones on what's the name. And the thing about that is that he went over to Autodesk. He went over to a whole bunch of other places and just basically downloaded models and uploaded them up to Sketchfab under Truebones and said that he made these models. So once again, we go back to the Parabolic Labs video where Parabolic Labs shows where Joe got all these models from, especially with the biggest theft being the NeoWiz stuff. So he stole like every animal that was in NeoWiz and uploaded it, and people were like commenting on it and say, "Oh wow, this is great." And he was like, "Thank you." They actually thought that he actually modeled this stuff, and it shows that he just went over to Rubu and downloaded the files and uploaded them straight up to Sketchfab under the Truebones mantra. And in order for you to get this lion or tiger or bear, oh my, you have to pay Joe through a PayPal link. So Joe not just had, he had like over I think somebody said over 2,000, somewhere between 2,000 and 2,400 models that he didn't make that were just ripped from games, just shit ripped from games. And one thing about Sketchfab is that it was like under their nose. It's like they didn't know until they were told that this was happening and this dude was doing it. And then on top of that, some guy, I didn't know this until somebody told me, some guy had emailed Bart and told Bart that that he bought something through Sketchfab. He wants to know where his stuff was. And he said, "Where'd you get it from?" He got it from Truebones. He's like, "No, we don't sell stuff on here. This is a portfolio site." But no, I paid him through his PayPal because there's a PayPal link on his stuff, and I bought it through him like that. And then he went to Joe and said, "No, Joe, you're not supposed to do that. You know, you got to go somewhere else with that shit. You can't do it here." And so he told Joe to remove all the PayPal links off his shit. But it's already been done. I mean, Joe and Bart was already on bad terms. The thing is when it came with I think they was just basically looking for a way to get rid of him. And then when it showed that Joe was actually violating the rules by posting stuff he did not own and selling it on his little black market there, it's like, oh, well, he's violated a couple of things there. Well, we can get rid of him. And they got rid of him. They got rid of his Truebones. So I guess the third epic thing, folks, would be, the third epic thing was the takedown of Truebones on Sketchfab. SKETCHFAB. That'll be the next thing. So the takedown of Truebones Sketchfab. So that's the third thing, that biggest accomplishment I've done on YouTube. Let me see if I can get this thing a little bit bigger. Okay, so this is my list of accomplishments of stopping Truebones in his tracks. So, what was the next thing after that, folks? So I guess the next thing after that would have to be Sketchfab ban, that ban. Directly but indirectly got Joe BAN banned off of Facebook. I mean, so like Joe had a pirated store on Facebook, and what happened was somebody, I guess NeoWiz went over there and got Joe like kicked from. I'm thinking it was NeoWiz. I don't know who actually did it, but I think it was probably because of the stuff we did on Sketchfab. Sketchfab was probably the cause of Joe, because like right after Joe got kicked off of Sketchfab, about a couple of months later, he got banned off of Facebook. I mean, all this shit got banned off of Facebook. All those accounts he had, those fake accounts he had, all that stuff. And I think it was just more than the stuff that he can report. I think Joe did more stuff. He just got caught doing it. But he got banned off of Facebook. He's gone. He was gone off of Facebook. And with that came more stuff. So it's like, so we're up to 4 things right now. 4 things. I'm trying to remember everything. So Joe got banned off of Facebook. What was the next thing after that? I would say the next thing that came after that, I'm trying to remember all the things. So Facebook, and so what happened was me and Joe got into like a YouTube war, a really big troll YouTube war where he would come on my channel and do scams and frauds on videos of mine and get the videos taken out. This is back when YouTube started that stupid reporting tool bullshit, and you can actually use scams and fraud, and they wouldn't even check to see if it was a real scam and fraud. They just took it word and just took the shit down. So Joe took down a bunch of my videos and channels, you know, and I had to stop it. And the only way I had to stop it was to pull back what I was doing. So I basically stopped operating my channel. I think it was in 2017. So I actually left my channel and started making satellite channels to stream on. And Joe went after those channels too, got them taken down. So I didn't really care about it. Only channel I really cared about was my Get a Robo channel. I could try to save that one because that one was monetized, and it was monetized. I was working on building it up. You know, I think back then I was at maybe 3,000 or 5,000 subs back then, and now I'm at almost 20,000. You know, probably at 20,000, not too far from now. But this is what happened next, folks. So I think it was July of 2018. I do remember that. It was July of 2018. And Joe went over to my channel and found a video, because what happened is I had re-upped all my videos, and there was some videos on there I didn't mean to re-up. So what's up, Autumn? I'm just talking about all my victories over Joe, because Joe made a list today, and I'm making a list too of all the stuff. Joe made a hit list, and I'm just making a list of things I've done to stop Joe. And I'm just going through all the stuff because Joe went through memory lane. So no. This is what I did. The next thing I was to do was to the next thing I defeated Joe was to 4 or 5. Hold on, this would be 5. So no, we're gonna go before 2018. We're gonna go to I think this is like, oh shit, I think this was like March, back in March of 2018, or maybe something like. But 5, we're gonna go to getting my content back back from Joe. All right, so Joe decided that he was going to raise a one-man PR campaign against me, and this PR campaign included like some 20-something DMC takedown notices of stuff he claimed that I stole from him, and most of it being my Archive Infinity video that won the contest. And it was kind of funny the way he did it, because what he did was he went over there and used the DMC takedowns and started taking down the Archive Infinity. I mean, I had it like posted up on my channel like twice, 2 different versions of the video, and he went back and copyrighted both of those and had the videos taken down. Yeah. So what I did is my first attempts of writing a DMC counter notice failed, because YouTube is just a bunch of crazies. They're stupid, and think about it. So what I did is I hired a lawyer. Came out my pocket, bought a lawyer, and the lawyer wrote me a DMCA notice, put his name on it, and told him, because it's against it's basically against the law for them to deny a counter notice. I have a right to write a counter notice, and they have to respond to it. And then after they respond to it, they got to tell Joe that Joe has to now meet me in court. So my lawyer was waiting for Joe to take us to court. So we sent the counter notification in, and Joe never responded back. He never took us to court. So I got my shit back. Not once, not twice, but every time he filed a takedown notice on my Get a Robo channel, I got my stuff back. And then it got to the point to where my lawyer had enough proof to say that what he was doing was malicious, because he went through each one of these. He said, yeah, this is just malicious. He's going after the same video after the fact that he makes these and don't go to court. So we're going to take him to court next time he makes one. And then he sent a letter to Joe. So what happened is that after he sent that letter to Joe, we know Joe got the letter. We know Joe got it. Joe, we know you got that letter. We know you got it hanging up somewhere. So after Joe got the letter, the DMC stops. So that would be the next thing that I was successful at, right? Joe doesn't want to go to court and have to sit in front of a judge and lie. I mean, that's one thing Joe. That's one thing we do. Joe will never do. He'll never sit in front of a judge and lie. So so here's another accomplishment. So that's a 6. That's number 6 on my list, folks. So stopping the fake DMCs from Joe, getting a lawyer, have a lawyer handle it, taking care of that. And the thing about it is, if Joe would have wrote another one, Joe would have also had to pay all the court costs too, because we would have actually took him to court. He would have actually had to sit in front of a judge, and basically lose because he keeps on saying, "Ooh, that is my stuff. did his base stuff because I got the video of him actually filing the DMCA, and if I show the DMCA, it's the same thing that he filed in that video. So you can't say, yeah, they did that. He has the 69 Oxbow, White Lakes, Michigan address for his mom's garage and everything. So the thing about it is that we knew he was going to stop. We knew he was going to. We knew he had no choice to stop. You know. So he stopped because he didn't want to go to court. I mean, that's the only reason why. Because somebody told me, like, Joe hates jail. Anything that would cause Joe to go to jail or have to sit in front of a judge, Joe's going to run. And he did. He run. I haven't got a DMCA from him since. Not on this channel. Haven't got a DMCA from him since. So he can sit back and say all this shit about me, but I'm telling you everything I've done. And also, folks, what was the other thing? I stopped him from doing something else. I'll remember in a minute. So we stopped him from the fake DMCAs. I mean, I think I got like 20. I think I got something like 26 from him in 1 year. You know, that's like 2 a month. Every month, my channel was like one copyright strike away from getting taken down, because he did this twice a month to take my stuff down. He will actually write more than one, but YouTube will only do so many, because YouTube won't alert you when they're getting ready to take your channel down. You know, you have to be. That's why I'm always looking at my. Emails every morning to make sure Joe ain't trying to make no copyright strikes on none of my channels. All my mail from all my channels come to my main one, and I always check it. I always check the updates. I always check the primaries to make sure I see all my copyright strikes, the copyright claims, and I read them all to make sure which ones need to be acted upon and which ones don't. You know, it's a big management thing, and the reason why I have to do this is because of Joe. Joe is the only person that does this stuff to my channels. He's the only one. He's the only one constantly thinking of ways to take my channel down, take videos off my channel, so he can so he can make videos about it later. Now, he has taken down some channels, but those channels were like satellite channels. I didn't care. I got a bunch of satellite. If you look on my website, I got a bunch of satellite channels that I use just in case my channel might incur like what happened with Joe. And I learned that by just like, if I make like these satellite channels, I mean, you can take these down all these want to. These aren't monetized. I miss a video off of here. No, doesn't mean nothing to me because I'm streaming on another channel. You know, I do stream on my channel, so my videos are always getting backed up, and I can always pull those videos down and put them back on my main channel, which I did. You know, that's why I made so many channels. Like, well, that's one good make those channels because I want to exist here on YouTube. You know, and I can't do it if I got this idiot steadily coming after me. So stopping him from the fake DMCs, that worked. So once again, his childish 12-year-old games of making false fake complaints failed. It's just from what he witnessed, things he did just to you, let alone us. It's getting ridiculous. Yeah, it did pretty ridiculous. So that pretty much stopped us. So we got the Sketchfab thing, the epic takedown of Makemo, the takedown of Truebones and Sketchfab, get Joe banned off of Sketchfab totally, getting my content back from Joe, and stopping the fake DMCs from Joe. Oh yeah, well, that should have been something. But so the next thing that I'm trying to remember everything off the cuff here, folks. So I'm trying to remember anything in between there that Joe did. Yes. Here's one, folks. And this goes to the 5, 6. So this would be 7. So this would go with this. Stopping Joe from trying to ban me from Real Illusion. Okay, so here's another story, folks. So Joe went on this PR campaign, right? PR campaign where he was going around taking down my content from YouTube, and then he was using the DMCA's, and then after he did that, right? So he was taking down Archive Infinity down. He would go over to he would actually go over to the contest. Hold on. There it is. So he would actually go over here. Like he took the video. Now he went over to VMO, and he went over to YouTube, and he kept on taking this video down. The video's up and it's running. It's on VMO and it's running. And you can come over here and watch it on this page, on the best character animation page. And what he did was he came over here, and every time I it was on YouTube, he took it down off of YouTube, and then I gave him a link to the VMO, and then they put it up here under VMO, and then after that he went over to VMO and took it down, and then every time he'd come over and do a video, they took it down, and it was took it down by Truebones. So he was trying to make some type of funny PR campaign, and trying to say that I stole the content from him. He made the anime. He basically made the whole movie, and I just stole it from him. And he has the proof, but he never showed no proof. But what he did was he went over to Real Illusion to tell Real Illusion to ban me and get my and all. See all this stuff I won. You see all this stuff I won. All this stuff. You see all this stuff I won. He told them that he wants them to ban me and take away all my winnings and earnings and pay all that stuff back. Now this is what he told them, because he said that I didn't make the movie. I mean, I was a fake. I was a phony. All this other shit, right? So he went. Now the thing about it is, Joe forgets that I have a Polycount account, and I had a vlog on Polycount, and on the vlog I went through where I got all my stuff from, how I bought all my stuff, who I got my stuff from, what I was using, where the models would come from, because all this stuff was a requirement of the contest. And if you come over here and you look, I must have man, did I close it? Yeah, I closed it. Hold on, let me go to my history real quick. Yeah. If you come over here and you blow this thing up really, really big, it says, for this category, we had a tough time choosing between entries. In the end, Alvin's entry won because he delivered a series of very polished character animations that often left us guessing between keyframe and mocap. Alvin also created a thorough work in progress guide on his Polygon thread. He was constantly sharing videos, tutorials while talking about his work in order to teach and inspire other animators for this. We congratulate. So think about this, folks. I was doing tutorials and showing people what I did through the whole thing, through the whole contest. So everybody basically had the information about where the stuff came from, how I used it, what I did with it, how I used all these programs to get this animation. I mean, everything I did was documented, videotape. So if Joe wanted to prove something, he should have went after those videos first before coming after this one. But it was too late. I won the contest. They've seen all the stuff already. So when Joe goes over there to Real Illusion to tell Real Illusion that I stole from him and all this other shit, they laughed at him. They did. They laughed at him. They laughed at Joe. And it didn't work. He tried from November 2017 all the way through 2018. Summer 2018 was when he figured out that he was losing. And this is how Joe was losing. All right. Hold on. That's another thing. I'm going to make that number 8. Let's make this number 8, folks. And we're going to put this right here. Failed. I think I spelled failed right. F-A-I-L-E-D. Failed to promote. And so after Real Illusion, just basically, so all this stuff was all a big conspiracy for Joe to sit back and try to dirty up my name, and that lie he's trying to still perpetuate still goes on today, as you saw his video early today. So his whole lie to try to say that that I stole from him was just blown away, because if I stole from you, you should have been, when you sent me all those DMCAs for the Archive Infinity, well then when we sent you the counter notification back, Joe, you should have went ahead and took us to court and then proved to in front of a judge that how I stole the stuff from you, and if the stuff and the content that I have, you had to prove it was yours. See, Joe couldn't do that, because if he did, that would have been perjury. And what happens when you perjure? That's like five years for each account. For each lie that comes out of his mouth, it's 5 years behind bars. So Joe's not going to risk going to jail. So what Joe did, he just got quiet and watched as all my videos came back up and didn't say nothing about it. Now, he was quick to make a video about taking the shit down, but he was very, very slow at telling people, it's like, oh, I thought you said that the video was, was taken down because he stole it. It looks like it's back up, Joe. It looked like it's back up, Joe. What happened? I mean, what happened? You were supposed to sue One Gun. Remember all the time Joe was supposed to sue me? Well, look at this, folks. He failed. These are all the things he failed to do. And these are all things I stopped him from doing. The scammer trying to go over to Real Illusion to get them to boot me out, take down all my stuff, and just basically rid themselves of me. It all failed. It failed because they knew he was lying. Real Illusion know I worked hard for that win. Everybody knows I worked hard for that win. Every time I did something, I posted up in both Polycount and other thing, and I was getting praise for it. See, praise, that's the word. Praise is the thing that Joe tries to steal from other people because he wants the praise for being a crook. I can support my claims because this is stuff that actually happened. So now 2017, we get into 2018. 2018, that's when everything really that's when Joe really got bad, because Joe really started using the takedown, the DMC takedown thing. So actually, this should have came last, but yeah. So this happened in 2017, and then we get into 2018. So now we're into 2018. And matter of fact, all this shit happened like 2017 going into 2018. But what happened in 2018 is that Susan decided that they were going to change the way YouTube monetizes people content, but bringing up some ridiculous number of hours of content that people have to watch on your channel in order for you to make a buck. And what people don't know, it takes years to get 4,000. It takes years to. I'll be honest with you. It takes years to get 4,000 viewing hours. I have channels right now that I'm trying to get monetized by putting content up on it. And the thing about it is, you can only make so much content on one subject. You have to do You got to do stuff on many subjects. Now, I do have a channel where I do talk about many subjects in the 3D world. And I just started that channel. It's called it's my One Gun Studio 2 channel. I'll tell you about that later. How Joe took two of those channels down, and I dared him to take down this one. So they changed it, and they also changed their policy. They changed that first. All right, they still didn't change their policy on how people can get their channels taken away after 3 strikes or whatever. And then YouTube finally realized, after a bunch of complaining, that people were misusing the reporting tool and actually taking people's channels hostage and shit using the reporting tool. And YouTube finally changed their policies on the reporting tool, where they give you, instead of 3 strikes, they give you 4. And what it is the first one is a warning, then you got 3 after that. Okay, so after the warning, you don't get no more warnings. You get a strike, it stays there for 90 days, and then it clears off. The first one never goes away. The warning never goes away. That's a warning. you know. So this is this is what happened, folks. And now we get into 10. Now we get into 10. Now we get into number 10, which was shutting up Joe for good. All right, so this is about big. I would say that's another big accomplishment I did. You know, I'm probably going out of these out of order because I got a couple of more after this, but shutting Joe up for good. So what happened is me and Joe went through after all said and done. When Joe couldn't use a reporting tool no more like he wanted to take my stuff down, I went back, then I reopened up my channel, put up all my videos, and came back to my channel to stream. And in doing so, I put up a bunch of videos, and a video was basically a video I did for a friend for his birthday, and it was basically a woman dancing topless, right? So it was a woman dancing topless. Joe saw the video, reported the video in, and I lost my fucking streaming privileges for 3 months, and it was stupid. You know, that's back when YouTube was just stupid, you know, and they would take your streaming rate for 3 months, 90 days until you could stream again. And then and during that 3 months, you know, I went to my Bureau Anti-3D Scammers, and I had my other channel too as well. And I forgot which channel I was streaming on. I had 2 channels streaming on. One to save my stream just in case Joe came after that video. I always had a backup plan for all my videos. So what happened is that I think this was in June. I think it was in June. I was able to stream for 2 weeks in June, and then Joe got me kicked off. Joe went and reported the video I had, reported it in, and then got me kicked off. You know, it says nudity. You know, and then they took it down. They took it down, and they took away my privilege. Now, now before then, I just got my shit back after the last time Joe reported a video of mine in for scams and fraud, and it wasn't a scam and a fraud. The video wasn't a scam and fraud, but my video got my channel got taken down for 3 months, and then 3 months prior to that, Joe reported another video of mine in for scams. So he took it down. He basically, for the whole year 2018, most of it, I wasn't on my own channel because Joe kept on coming and making fake claims on my channel saying that the videos were scams and fraud. So what I did right before he did that last claim, you know, like I think there was the one in the middle, I took all my videos off my channel so he can't sit back and pick channels out. It was nothing on my channel for months, you know. And I didn't want to go back and like keep on making scams and fraud. So what I did is, like, while my channel was down, I went through all my videos and just took down all the links that didn't work on all my videos. I had to go through like 400 or 500 videos to go through all the links to make sure all the links work and everything. And I always do that. I always go and check my links because he will actually go through the links. Joe will actually sit down and watch every video, go through every video you make, try to find links, and try to game the system, the algorithm, by saying this is a scam and fraud. This link only takes you to this malware site, and he would do that. He did that. He did it very efficiently, and it kept me basically for streaming on my channel for a whole year. So what I did is that that last time he got me, I said, you know what? I'm going to shut him up for fucking good, because as soon as he did that, that's when he started making racist video after racist video after racist video after racist video. He was putting up 3 racist videos of me up a day on his original Truebones channel. Every time you go to his Truebones channel, there was a racist video up about me. A racist video after racist video after racist video after racist video. And all I can do is just sit back and go onto my other channel, and I'll just work on Archive Affinity and talk about him on my Bureau of Anti-3D Scamming channel, because that was like my last channel I had. So I was over there streaming, and while I was over there streaming, I was concocting the plan. You know, we've already dealt with him sending the fake DMC, so I wasn't worried about those no more. But he did send one to the 3D scammers, and it failed. YouTube said it failed, and I didn't know this until months later when I say, "Oh, I didn't know about this," because it was in an email, and I didn't see the email until months later. And I was like, "Oh," and I did a video about that epic fail on Joe's part. So what happened was is that once again I removed everything off my getter. It was nothing on the channel, and yeah, my channel went down in like June, and from the time my channel went down in June all the way to July, I sat back and I waited to report one of Joe's videos in, because Joe put a video up of Joe put a video up, and the video was basically a woman getting beat and spanked and pulled around by a dog collar, naked. She was naked, and he had this video on YouTube trying to call himself selling his sex moves pack, and he still has it for sale. So if I could get my stuff taken down for a 3D animated character shaking her boobs, he should be able to get expelled for the crap he's doing. But I say, you know what? He's that stupid that he's gonna leave that up. So I was like, if this is still up by next month, because I had a plan. My plan was to wait a month into my 90-day suspension for streaming. So when I come back, I'll have a 2-month lead on making videos on my own channel before he can come back with his bullshit, right? So July got here, and Joe was still making those racist videos. And one day in July, I think it was middle of July, Joe decided he was going to. He was putting up 2-3 racist videos saying one gun this, one gun's gay, one gun's a pedophile, one gun. I mean, he was just going on and on and on. He was just making these videos, and I was like, okay, I think it's time to call in my trump card. So I reported the video in. And then Joe next thing you know it, Joe tried to stream and he couldn't do it. And I laughed and I laughed and I laughed and I laughed. And I did a video about it. I did a video before I knew he was going to get shit taken down. And I explained to people why his video got taken down. And I used the same thing on him that he used on me. And his video got taken down. And he was also banned to talk for 3 months on the Truebones channel. So, what happened in the meantime? So, from July all the way into September, I put together a plan to get Joe banned. What happened at the same time? That all the shit's going on? Joe decided he was going to start selling Fortnite shit. He decided he was going to go over to Rubu, download the Fortnite stuff, and then go over to the Fortnite message board or forum board and steal all the artwork, and then bring it over to the Truebones channel and make these videos saying, I'm making all this stuff in Friendly Connect. I let him do that. I let him make 3. I said something about it, because I knew if I say something about it, he's going to keep making videos about it. I knew he was going to do it. I knew he was. So I said, how can I mentally make Joe do what I want him to do? I know. I'm just going to talk about him in the Fortnite motions that aren't here. So I made a video about it, and then Joe in return made 3-4 videos about it. He made just enough videos to where I can get his channel taken down now. So after he did that, I was like, oh no, Joe, you got me on that. So while I was pretending to be angry because Joe keeps making these videos selling this stuff, I was at the same time writing to Mr. Jamie Anderson and Epic Games about Joe stealing their stuff. Joe kept on producing the videos. Joe was just producing stuff. He was just producing the evidence for me. He was doing it every day. He was doing a good job of producing evidence for me. So I was like, oh, Joe, you bad guy, you stop making those videos about the stuff you stole from Epic. Man, it's doing peak. Nobody can stop me. So after enough, after enough, so I decided it's time to release the video. So I made a video, right? And a week before I released the video, I sent that video over to the Unreal Engine message board under a different name, right? Under a different name. And I put it up there and everybody saw it. And why a week later, at the end of August, actually, it was the weekend before I got my my channel back. Weekend before I got my channel, it was that Monday. I think it was Monday or Tuesday. I got my channel back up and running to stream. This channel, I got a real channel. Why is it the Joe channel went down that night? It went down. It was gone. Joe's Truebones channel that's been there for all those years was gone. So, but I had to do a lot. I was calling people every day, let them know he was stealing stuff from me. I had to sit back and write emails. I mean, the whole time when Joe had me shut up and was taking away my monetization, that been making those racist videos, every time he made a racist video, that was a phone call or something to somebody, let them know this dude's stealing their shit and he's selling it on Gumroad. And finally, Epic came up, because Epic was mad. Epic had enough of Joe. And that's the next thing, the Brinkman heist. So they had enough of Joe, and they finally went after him, and they took down his channel. They took it out. They took Joe's channel away. And then Joe comes back, they didn't take my channel. I really hate my channel. And so what Joe do? Well, Joe has so many alt channels. Joe, I got Joe's channel taken away from him, stripped from him. So his little couple of dollars he was making on YouTube, that's gone. His prestigious videos where he so-called made millions of views, that was gone. The psychopath needs to be caught by criminal minds. You know, so he was. So basically, folks, that my plan to shut him up for good worked, because it did. It shut him up. He shut his channel down. So now Joe had to crawl. He had to crawl to remake his channel. He had to crawl. I mean, he had to actually scrape and crawl to remake his channel. And that brings us to another one. To another, number 10. Actually, number 11. Joe's let's see, what would I call it? Truebones. So here we go, folks. Again. So Joe moves to his Joe and Drums channel, and he gets worse. I mean, he got on this channel and got worse. I mean, the racism that was coming out of his mouth 24/7 off this channel was amazing. I mean, the threats that were coming out of his mouth, the all that garbage, just the sheer anger and vengeance that this man had for me, because I got rid of his so-called precious channel. I got rid of his precious channel. I got rid of his I got rid of his Make 'Em Mo channel. I got rid of his Sketchfab, not Sketchfab, his Sketchfab, his Make 'Em Mo, his Facebook. Got my stuff back from him after he stole it from him. I was forcing him to show up in court for the next DMC. It foiled his plan to get me banned for Real Illusion. And then this Epic failed to promote the lie about the Real Illusion contest, which he continues today, and no one listens to him. You know, every time he talks, all you hear is chirps from the crickets in the field. So so Joe moves to this Joe. So number 11 is basically Joe moves on to his Joe on Drums channel, right? He moves to drum. We just gotta take it down. So Joe thinks he's gonna reopen I mean, he did this to spite me and Epic and Jamie Anderson. So Joe starts a PR campaign against Jamie Anderson, calling Jamie Anderson a fake. Joe made up fake personas on Reddit and a couple other places saying that Jamie Anderson is fake. He's a phony. He's a fraud. He does not exist and all this other bullshit, right? And he went on about this shit for months. Then Joe said, I'm going to prove that Jamie doesn't exist because the same shit that got my channel taken down over there, I'm going to do it here. And he did it. He did it again, folks. He did it again. So he decided he was going to steal their content, put links to his Gumroad and stuff like that. Now, the thing about it is that at the time all this was happening again, Jamie Anderson was sending emails to Gumroad, let them know they had to take this stuff down. He doesn't own it. You don't have the right to post this stuff. They were doing everything legally, right? All through email, all that stuff. And actually, they told Joe to take the stuff down. Joe would take the stuff down, right? He took the stuff down, and then I would go over to the channel. Now I know Joe. I know him. I know him too good, because all I had to do was just go over there and make a video saying, "Look, everybody, Joe's Fortnite content is totally gone. It's off. Look, 404 can't be found. Look at that, everybody." So I guess Epic won. And I guess Jamie Anderson existed, and Joe got so pissed. He got so pissed because the reason why I did that was because I know Joe's going to put it back eventually. My whole thing is to show them that you can't trust this bigot. You can't trust him. You can't trust this crook, this thief, this bigot. You can't trust him. Because all he's gonna do is just wait for shit to die down, put up. But since Joe got angry, because I made a video saying this, the stuff that he doesn't own is finally be taken down. So I guess there is some justice. I mean, I was just going on about it. And then next thing you know, Joe makes a video saying it's not good. It's still here, see. And Joe was stagnant about it. So he started putting the videos back up, and I was like, that's 1, that's 2, that's 3. Okay, time to report him. So I reported it. Not only did I reported it in, and then the people from Epic gave me a phone call. And I actually got on a phone call with these guys, man. It was awesome. It was actually a Zoom meeting. My bad. It was a Zoom meeting. So, talked to the guys at Epic, and I just basically told them, told him what he's been doing, how he's been taking their stuff, how he's been getting their stuff, and all that type of stuff. And I just told him, like, he's gonna keep doing it, in a way. And I told him, like, he hates jail. That's the only thing I know is he hates jail. It's like, you guys just, do what y'all want to do, but I just he hates jail. And what he's doing is against the law. So I was just put 2 and 2 together. I'm not telling you what to do, but I'm just giving you it's this thing called the law, and I have to go by it. You have to go by it. Everybody here has to go by it. Why doesn't he? Then I said also, I put it to you like this, folks. I'm not going to tell you everything I said, but I'm just going to put it to you about what I said, and that's what I basically said. There's laws on the book that's supposed to protect y'all from people like him, and I think it's about time for you all to start using them. That's all I basically said. So what happened next was it got quiet. And then all of a sudden Joe gets back and Joe's channel gets hit up with more DMC takedowns. So his new channel that he thought he was gonna do the same bullshit on, all the stuff got taken down. So he was on his channel saying, "I'm being extorted by DMCA's." To go to Joe's house, that shouldn't affect everyone's future in the world. Right? It shouldn't make Terminators fighting. Nah. It shouldn't. Hopefully it won't. But yeah, so that's basically what happened to Joe. So Jamie Anderson once again filed more DMCA's on Joe, putting up links to Gumroad for the stolen content. And while all this was going on, they decided to go over and see what was on. They went over there to see what was on Gumroad, and they found out Gumroad, it wasn't just Joe swiping stuff out the game and selling it. It was 176 other people doing the same thing. And they asked them to take all that shit down. They did. They took it all down. But Joe Joey decided to keep his shit up. Not only keep his shit up, but go back to sell it. So Joe put although they was real successful in taking the stuff down off of Joe's channel, in which they did. What they could not do was keep him from reposting the stuff back up on Gumroad. So what they did is they was like, okay, we're tired of playing with them, because they talked to Gumroad, and then Gumroad comes back and they start this shit like Jamie Anderson's fake, because Joe's been telling Jamie Anderson was fake the whole time. He did videos about it. He did videos saying the man was fake, said the man don't exist. The same way he does with the Alvin Sterling one gun thing. I mean, I don't care which one decides, which person Joe decides doesn't exist to do exist. I mean, that's not up for debate. He can sit back and say one gun exists or Alvin Sterling exists. I mean, I know I exist. I don't have to prove shit to him. He has to prove why I don't exist. He hasn't done it yet. I think it's not saying proving I don't. I think the thing is, he has to prove that I don't exist. I don't have to prove I exist because I'm here talking to you. But he has to prove that I don't exist, and he hasn't done it yet. So let him carry on in his Earth 2 style manner. But yeah, so what happened is like the people at Epic got tired. Number one, they have a corporation that's actually backing a pirate, pirating their shit on their website, and them taking a cut from it. So they're just as bad as Joe. So if they're taking money, that means they're in cahoots. That means they're in cahoots. They're actually letting piracy run rampant, because they're making money off of it. Every time somebody takes something on Gumroad and pirate it, Gumroad takes a cut. All right, Gumroad gets their cut, and that's it. We are the same person. We are the same person. Yeah, let them keep thinking that. That helps us out a lot. That helps us. I mean, that just helps me prove that he's crazy. Oh man, where's my? Looking for something, folks. Hold on. Where the hell is it? I'll just use this. It's got this itch in my back. There. Alright, so we are the same person, Joe. We are the same person. Matter of fact, everything that Autumn is saying, I'm typing while I'm talking. So okay, so what happened is, this was the most amazing month. I think this happened last year, about a year and a half, or maybe close to somewhere between a year and a half ago, where something amazing happened. This guy, this lawyer, goes and mails a letter to Gumroad, a full compliant DMCA letter to Gumroad. Here, and I'm going to show you a piece of it here, because it's on Truebones.net. Here it is. So this guy, Christopher M. Thomas from Parker Poe, mails Joe, not Joe, but Shahil Lavingier. I don't know if I pronounced the name. Sorry if I mispronounced the name. It's not intentional. But he emails them and tells them, I'm summing the letter up. If you do not move our stuff, we're going to sue you, and you could not use the safe harbor in the DMCA, because the content we shot a lot belongs to us, does not belong to him. He does not have a license. Everything in this letter basically proves that Joe was stealing content out of games and selling it on Gumroad. And after Gumroad was warned multiple times and told by Epic's lawyer, Jamie Anderson, to take the shit down, they never did it. Matter of fact, they did the opposite. They listened to the infringer saying that the person is a fake. Now, here's the thing. Joe's been spreading these lies, saying me and Sally been faking it and making these fake DMCs and sending them out to people. They believe that they ate it up, but as you can see, it got to a point where they couldn't eat it up, where they was actually going to get sued. sued. They were going to get sued, folks. I was hoping that they kept on saying, I was hoping Joe was, oh yeah, after they got this letter, Joe was still going over saying, this is fake, this is a phony, this is a fraud. He even said that this was a fake. He said that me and Sally sent this. I'm glad he kept on perpetuating that lie, because this is what really happened. They took the shit down and told Joe never to put it back up again. Right? So, that would be number 12. Almost getting Gumroad sued over Joe. So that's 12 things. 12 things. 12 things now, folks. So they went at, they get, Joe has like, I think he had like 3, he had a warning and 2 copyright strikes on this channel, on this Joe and Drums channel. They was about to take the channel down. Joe took all the videos off of it. He kept on putting up videos saying extorted, right? And and what it's so funny, folks. So 2 weeks passed, right? 2 weeks passed, and 2 weeks passed, and Joe was able to stream back on his channel again. And then Joe started on his scams, and Joe started sending out privacy complaints. All right. Now the thing about privacy complaint is that they don't give you no really. They'll just take the video down. They won't give you a strike against your channel, nothing. So Joe started using those, and it was working for a while. And what happened is that Joe will report videos in about content that's rightfully in the public domain, like addresses that are in Yahoo, or not Yahoo, addresses that are on the phone book, names that were actually publicly listed on websites, all types of stuff. Now, anything in the public domain, if you can find it, and if the content is listed under like if it's listed under like this is private information, do not share, you're not supposed to share it, especially if it says it on the website. But if it's something that's on a website, suppose like the Bloomfield Patch, where they talk about Joe being arrested for stalking, they actually list Joe's name. You know, well, that's news. That's news. That's comment. That's commentary. That's whatever you want to call it. But that's news. You know, I can talk about that because Joe made it into news as a stalker. So, what Joe did is he went around to every video that talked about him and even said his name. But Joe said, "My name is private. My name is private. You can't see my name." Yes, you can, because your name is out there in public. But I had to prove that to YouTube. Now I'll get around to that. So that'll be number 13. We're about to get to number 13, folks. 13. Stopping Joe's fake PRIVAT privacy. PLAINTS. So it was a whole new toy for Joe to use, folks. It was the privacy complaints. Well, apparently we're the same person. Yeah. So Joe was using the privacy complaint tool to take down videos, and it worked because it worked on the PJTV's video about him, about the Paraback Glass video. It worked on a couple of people's channel. It even worked on mine. It worked on mine quite a few times until I found the way around it, which was I went and started, every time he would take a video down, privacy complaint, I would go and edit the video and then put it back up. I got tired of editing videos, so I had to figure out, so I went to the actual guidelines for privacy complaints, and Joe can't take down a video if the information is already established in another media. I'm like, oh really? So I made a video called YouTube Protects His Bigots. And every time Joe puts a privacy complaint, I give them the link to that video saying, oh, hey, YouTube, check this out. This guy keeps on putting privacy complaints on me and getting my videos taken down. But if you look at this video here, here is his name in print as a confirmed arrested stalker. Also, here is the address where he lists as his business. Now, this is supposed to be a business, and he's trying to say this business is private, but it's not. It's not private. It's a public. It's a business operating in the public that has listings in phone books, newspapers, and all type of stuff. So for him to sit back and say this, he's lying and misusing the reporting tool. So every time he sends me these privacy complaints, I just click the link, send it back, and next thing you know, the video's still there. So so this went on to maybe 3 or 4 months ago when Joe sent in his last batch of privacy complaints. So he sent in his last batch of privacy complaints, and guess what, folks? None of them worked. It got to a point to where he was sending them. I didn't even have to send the link anymore, because they didn't work, And I was like, well, Joe, I've broken that toy from you, Joe. I have broken that toy. So what was Joe? This is supposed to be a period. So he got stopped. Once again, he got stopped. So that's 13 things so far, folks, that I have accomplished with my battle with Joe. Now people are like, you ain't keep inflating him, you ain't getting that. Well, look, folks, I was able to accomplish 13 things. 13 things. Stopping Joe fake privacy complaints. They don't work no more. Almost getting Gumroad sued over Joe. Oh yeah. Actually, that's 14 things. That's 14 things, folks. 14. Oops, I spelled Joe. I put Joe down this hole. I meant Joe. Putting Joe out the Fortnite biz. So let's go back up to 11 and tell you what happened here. So Joe was getting slammed for the crap he was doing on his Joe and Drums channel, which was his new Truebones channel. And this is what happened. So Joe he just went ape. He just went totally racist, aggravating, garbage, day after day after day after day after day, every day. And what I did is I let that shit accumulate. I let him keep that shit up on his channel, because while he was doing that, I was writing to YouTube and letting YouTube know that this guy is threatening me. He's threatening me. He's threatening others. He's misusing the reporting tool, because every video Joe made on the channel was basically using the reporting tool. It's like he used reporting, and he did. He used the reporting tool, and next thing you know, that channel got taken down. That number 11, that channel got taken down. So what happened after that? So Joe goes over to his 3D Hypocrites channel and restarts all the bullshit over again, and that would be number 14. That would be number 15. Truebones taken down for a third time. All right, so he moves over to his 3D Hypocrites channel, does the same thing over again, and he just start the bullshit over again. He just started over again. And once again, that channel got taken down for threats and all the other shit. So he went back doing his old racist shit again, and this shit got taken down. But during this time, we're going to get to number 16 here. Joe decides to go back to selling Fortnite stuff again, and doing his links and all the other stuff on Gumroad. So he goes to Gumroad and he puts the shit back up. and he does it under a different name. He does it under Brandon Britton. So number 16 is getting Brandon Britton A.K.A. Truebones A.K.A. Joseph Earl McPeak out the Fortnite biz again. So, well, how did this story go? So, Joe decided he's gonna go back to Gumroad and start his Fortnite business up again. And what happened was, I found out about it because Joe couldn't keep his mouth closed. I would never known about it. Joe wouldn't have said nothing. I would never known about it. But Joe opened up his mouth, and I went there. Yes, he is. Joe is back there selling these stuff again. So, but under the name Brandon Britton, under Chameleon Motions. So not only did I go and call Christopher M. Thomas and let him know that Joe was doing this, I also let him know he's also on Facebook doing it, and I gave him the name and all the places Joe was selling this stuff. Lo and behold, Joe was going on about it for weeks. And I'm just sending him the links of Joe talking about, look at this, everybody. Yeah, I'm not doing this. Brandon Britton is. And them people ain't no fools. They know that's him. I mean, it was just straight aggravation aimed at me. And I wasn't aggravated at all. I was laughing when he would do his video. Look, everybody. See, I told you. Winkin can't stop it. Winkin can't stop this from getting sued. I was like, oh, okay, Joe. You got me. You got me, Joe. Please don't make no more videos of how smart Brandon Britton is. I mean, he just went on about it. And he posted the videos up, and all of a sudden it stopped. Brandon Britton, Chameleon Motions disappeared. It looked like somebody was looking for him on Facebook, and he decided to disappear. And it looks like somebody was looking for him on Gumroad, but that disappeared too. So all the Fortnite stuff, once again, disappeared. Like magic. And Joe stopped talking about it. I'm like, why, Joe? What happened? I thought you was so proud of what Brandon Britton was doing. What happened, man? What happened to Brandon? Is he okay? Is he all right? He seems to have disappeared. And boy, oh boy. So after that, Joe made another channel on YouTube, another racist, bigoted channel on YouTube, coming after me and my family and all that type of stuff, and I had to report him in again. So we took down Truebones again. He was taken down a fourth time. I think he did another Truebones. He had two channels. He had a Truebone. He made another Truebones channel and another Sam Smith channel. So he had two of those channels, and both of those went the way to Dodo Bird. So that's the fourth, and TRU Truebones taken down a fifth time. So basically, on one channel, the one channel he was putting this shit up again, and he got his channel. He got both. He got the last three. These last couple of channels were taken down because he was threatening me. He was making videos threatening me. Threatening he's going to use the YouTube reporting tool, and he was actually using it and trying to get my shit taken down. But I would catch him, and I report him into YouTube, and I say, YouTube, he's using the reporting tool to threaten me and other people. That's what he did. He was threatening us, and he got taken down. That channel, then not too long far off that channel got taken down. So those channels got taken down. On top of that, he was still doing the same old thing, trying to put Fortnite stuff up, and shit got taken down. So that's 18 things, folks. 18 accomplishments that I've made against Truebones. stopping his scams and accomplishment. And actually, folks, I can add some more to this, but I think I'm going to save this for another time, you know, because I think it's very interesting, because I have to look at what what I did and how I had to plan, you know, because it got to a point. I have to go all the way back here. I mean, it came to this, folks. I think after 5, I had to start getting. I mean, after he started taking my content down and lying about me and trying to get me kicked out of places, I had to think, like, I got somebody who's actively trying to destroy me. And if you let, I mean, he was running loose trying to destroy me because he felt like I destroyed him because of the things up here. He thought, because of this stuff up here, this stuff started happening. The attack started happening, and what happened is I came back, and for every one little petty thing he did, I came back and and put a foot in him. I put a foot in him. Yeah, every time I put a foot in him, it was like, oh, stop. I mean, he actually took down a video. He actually took down a video that I was trying to fundraise off of on YouTube, and he took the video down. He got the video taken down. But I already made the money to get my lawyer. You know, I paid my lawyer. And if it wasn't for me paying this lawyer off and paying this lawyer and then constantly going after him after DMCAs, you know, telling him we're going to take him to court. And we were about to. You know, the lawyer wrote him a letter saying, and then my second lawyer came behind him and said, yeah, she'll uphold this. If he does this again, well, we're going to take him to court. And I let Joe know this. You know, I let him know it. You know, my new lawyer said they'll uphold it. So, you know, let him try to do his worst, because he can't, you know. So I mean, I don't know, between getting Gumroad sued, I think that was my biggest accomplishment, almost getting Gumroad sued, because I was hoping that Gumroad would just keep saying that the guy don't exist, so they could have took him to court and proved that he existed. And taking down a couple of Joe's channels. I actually took down a couple more of his channels. So so I don't know what to say, folks. After saying, when people say that everything I've done to this point was for naught, well, it's not. It's not. These are the top 18 reasons why Joe can't leave me alone. And to be honest with y'all, this should be called Why Joe Wants Revenge Against Me. Reasons why Joe wants revenge against me. You know, so every time when Joe makes a list or says something about me, you all just remember this video. You know, all my accomplishments. I mean, these are just 18. I got probably another extra 5 or 6 more I can add to this. You know, like the Brinkleman Heist video I made, alerting people about Joe, the Benny D stuff, you know, the Benny D stuff, how I liberated all the Benny D stuff from Joe's channel, you know. Yeah, a lot. I mean, I've done a lot, and he's mad, you know, because I've basically been stopping him the whole way. I mean, this stuff like resonates out there on YouTube. You know, this stuff resonates not just on YouTube but other places where people talk about Joe. You know, people talk about my videos about Joe. Anytime somebody sees a Truebones, it's like, hey man, I saw a video about that dude. Don't mess with him. That's what I like to hear. Because if you look at all the stuff I had to do to stop Joe, these are all attacks against me. But in the process of him attacking me, I've exposed him for who he is and what he does. I've exposed him. Everything I've done was to expose him being the con man crook that he is. Suppose he didn't take my content down. Suppose he didn't do all these DMCAs. Suppose he didn't go to Real Illusion try to get me banned. Suppose he didn't do just those things and just let me go ahead and stream and not worry about him no more like I was doing. Suppose he would have done that. Nobody would have known half the stuff that he was doing. You know, if you look at the bigger picture, if he wasn't up here doing all this shit to hurt and destroy me, if he wasn't trying to do all this shit right there, that's 5 through 18, he would have been okay. Because I wouldn't be talking about it. I wouldn't have had to make videos about it. I would have been left alone, and me and my channel would have been able to go and say, and the thing about it is, it's too late now. It's too late. I have taken so much stuff from him. He has no credibility. He can't get in nobody's marketplace. He can't do nothing but be mad at me forever because he's where he's at right now. A known crook. A known crook who likes to steal black people's heart. And I BS you not. And that's the newest thing that I'm discovering for myself. Joe likes to steal black people's heart. He does. If he gets a chance to get your shit, he will post it and steal it. He will do it. So that should be another compliment I did, was actually taking Benny D's stuff off his channel. But that I think we're gonna add. I'm actually gonna say this. Probably do a follow-up video on this. Stuff I took from Truebones legally. You know what? All this stuff, I didn't have to squeeze out, no lies. All this stuff that happened to Joe was stuff he did to himself. Only thing I did was make sure that what he did and what he does got into the right ear of the right people. Untainted. That means I didn't have to infringe upon or add stuff or make up stuff or create stuff. I just had to let them listen to him. Because Joe is always doing videos about what he's going to do to somebody. Oh, number 19. Reporting Joe to the F.B.I. for making threats. Yeah, there you go. So, I guess it'd be the last story of the night because I'm getting tired. It's coming up on 12 in the morning here. So, this is what happened, folks. I was streaming. On my channel. I can't remember what I was doing. I was streaming on my channel, and Joe was. I think I was probably streaming on the channel talking about something Joe did, probably. And Joe decided to steal the video. And I think it was a Pixar video I made about Joe stealing people's stuff, and I did a live stream about it. And what Joe did is, Joe made his little memes and stuff and put them up on his channel, and then he took the video I was streaming and he put it up on the screen. And then he was over there chatting to himself in his box over there. And he said, now I'm going to have to kill him, or now I'm going to kill him. He said something like that. So I had my screen open, watching him the whole time, and I reported the video on YouTube, and then I was recording the video at the same time. So after he threatened me, I found out that you can't like threaten to kill somebody. You can't do it. You can't do it on YouTube. You know, you can't do it. Can't do it. So I reported to police, and then after I reported to police, I called the FBI, and FBI investigated, and then they showed up at Joe's house. Now that's how I know Joe lives there, because I gave them the address to the heart-to-heart counseling place. So they went there, and then Joe got mad. Joe started making videos. Lincoln threatened me. And from what I understand, the police did not show up at his house in no capacity to SWAT nobody. They just showed up at his house to give him a nice little talking to. And I wish they would have arrested him, but they didn't arrest him, because it's like they didn't, I don't know, they didn't arrest him. They should have arrested him, but they didn't. But Joe was mad. I mean, Joe's been hurt ever since, folks. I mean, he's been hurt. I mean, if anything that really got to his soul was the threat of going to a federal penitentiary for breaking the law. You know, he was hurt. I mean, he was just like, he was getting ready to just pee on himself, from what I understand. And his mom wasn't too happy that the FBI showed up at her house so she can escort him to the garage where he was. So that's one of the things that I was able to do because Joe broke the law. I'm not gonna sit back here and wait for somebody to show up at my house to kill me. You know, I'm gonna be preemptive. You know, and that's all I did. You know, he shouldn't have said what he did. He shouldn't have said what he said. And he shouldn't have did what he did. But he did it. And I recorded it, and I got proof. Joe keeps on saying, there's no videotape. Well, from what I understand, they showed up at his house, and they actually showed Joe the video of him on his channel doing what he did. So that's what I heard. I don't know if that happened, but that's what I heard. Joe talks about the Snurling gang, the Snurling gangsters. Well, let me tell you about the police men I have in my family and the people in my family who actually work for the feds and shit like that. They gave me the advice and told me what I should do. They didn't do shit for me. I had to do it myself. They just gave me the advice on what I should do. And guess what, Joe? They're not gangsters. But if Joe would have looked into my real family history, he would see that a lot of my family are police officers, FBI agents, military people, and a whole bunch of other stuff. I think the military and all the other stuff kind of skipped me because I wanted to do art and stuff, but still, you know, if you would have saw that, you know, we have decorated Snurlings all in my family who have saved people from burning buildings, flown airplanes in the Air Force, fought in World War II and Korean War, and have lots of medals and honors. But Joe doesn't want to talk about that. He wants to talk about the people I'm really not related to who do bad things. So Joe can pump his narrative about the Snurling gang. You know, I let him do it because it's laughable. It's laughable because he has nothing on me, you know. But it don't matter to me because I'm like, I don't know those people. So they have my last name, but I don't know those people. But that's fine, Joe. Because all the stuff you've done, all the 20 things, all the stuff you've done, and all the times I've made it out of each one of these things, I have still completed projects, started new projects, made animations, and have gotten praise, and have 20K subscribers, almost 20,000 subscribers, over 250,000 views on my channel. Actually, I'm about to be to 400,000 soon. All because, Joe, you couldn't shut me up as many times as I've shut you up and got you basically blacklisted everywhere. So when someone says your name, Joe, guess what? Nobody's going to mess with you. Nobody. And I find it amazing. I find it amazing that you sit on your channel all day, and you sat on your channel all day saying I was a bad person. We bad people. Well, we bad people because you can't steal our artwork no more. You can't exploit us no more, Joe. That's why. So I guess you're gonna get up in the morning and start the whole, you know, this is like this circle of life. He gets up in the morning, he starts talking about, you know, crazy shit that doesn't exist about me, and then he goes to my channel to make content for his channel. And then he goes over to my video, and then he starts making false. I mean, he hasn't made no false report to my channel in a while, because that's one of the reasons why I watch his videos, so I can see when he starts tapping that reporting tool, so I can turn him in again. You know, that's what I constantly do. You know, so. He hasn't done it in the last couple videos. I don't tell him what he's doing offline, but you know, I know he's not advertising or saying, "Ooh, this is Wingan's channel, and I don't like this video because it talks about me." It ain't the fact that it has nothing to do with this and this, but it's a spam. This is spam the friend. But you know, it's not working. He's reporting the channels in he's reporting the videos in for scams and fraud, but it's not working no more. So once again, I've taken away another one of his toys. So I've taken away his privacy complaint toy. You see, he doesn't make privacy complaints no more because they don't work. He doesn't use DMCA takedown notices no more because those no longer work. And he has the possibility of me suing him for everything he has. That means his 10-year-old computer, his drums, and that little red chair that he sits in. And I know he got a new gaming chair, so I could probably sue him for that too. So he's not going to follow with DMC. So what does Joe have? What does Joe have left? What does he have left? His mouth. His ability to come on YouTube and on Twitch and all that stuff and just lie. That's all he has left, and that's where I want him. I'd rather have to deal with a liar than a straight up arsonist. I'll take a liar over an arsonist any day. With an arsonist, you have to sit back and constantly put out fires. I mean, you have to put in the labor to put out a liar. You can just ignore a liar. Then that's where I got him. That's where I got him, folks. So all the hard work he did to destroy me, look what I did to him back in return. You see, and the thing about it is, out of all 19 of these things, I didn't have to lie once. I didn't have to lie not once to get this stuff done. To get him to the point to where he's just a yelling man behind a microphone. You know, I'm able to sit back here and work on my content, do videos now. I mean, it took me a while to get smarter how to deal with somebody, because I was always thinking that Joe was always smarter than me because he was able to pull all this shit off. But then once I learned how everything worked, I said, he's just doing like shit 12-year-olds do. I was like, hold on, let me outthink him. I mean, it's like you just had to think. Outthinking Joe was pretty easy once you figured out what he was doing, because you can actually move 4 or 5 steps ahead of him and get him to stop. Once I found out that Joe hates jail, well, shit, that was all I needed to know. It's like, well, what is Joe doing that I can get him in court for? And I was like, oh, okay, I can get him in court for this and this and this. Like, let's put that to work. I got some lawyers, and damn, that stopped him from doing a lot of the shit. I think getting a lawyer stopped like 75% of the bullshit he was doing. Getting a lawyer stopped a lot of the shit he was doing. But anyway, folks, I'm gonna go ahead and get off and just see you guys in the morning. Actually later on in the afternoon. But for you all that are watching me, like Todd Fox and Sally, you know, if I know he's gonna do it. I know he's gonna get up in the morning. He's gonna start his bullshit. And all I'm gonna do is just sit back and just wait for him to do it. You know, I'm just gonna sit back and wait for him to do it, and then make sure I got YouTube support on the other line, and just wait for him to start doing his bullshit. That's all I'm gonna do. You know, so like I said, folks, he sat back there and made his list. I made mine today. Reason why Joe wants revenge against me. These are all the reasons why, folks. And all this stuff is basically shit that's backfired on him. Everything up here is basically everything that's backfired on Joe. Because he has this thing that he wants to do something bad to me. That's all. Everything he tried to do backfired on him in a big way. So there you have it, folks. This is your boy One Gun. I'm signing out for tonight. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'm going to sleep. Peace.
If I can't have you, I don't want you to have anyone. And if you don't want me, there's something wrong with them, right? Maybe I got problems that I don't tell anyone. Have I lost my perception? Feel like I wanna do something wrong now. Packing all your belongings. Say you wanna take some time, but if you say we'll meet again, why'd you have to take everything now? think it's jealousy, but hell with it, still a good melody.